Hello everyone, welcome to My Gender, My Pride with Dunni Thomas on DMate TV. Last episode we talked about a girl child getting raped. We talked about adults raping a 6-month-old, raping minors and defiling them. Also we said that male child can also be a victim of such circumstance, and we said we'll be discussing it in this episode. I promise you I have a very wonderful guest right here with me. But before I introduce my guest to you, you have to stay tuned and we'll be right back. Welcome back. I told you we have a wonderful guest right here with me. Should I tell you his name? No, I won't. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm good.
Yeah, I can see you're doing very well. So can you please tell us your name?
Okay, I'm Honorable Comrade Oladejo Samuel.
That's a very nice one. It's so good to know you, Honorable. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
An Honorable here with us. So we're talking about a male child getting molested, being abused sexually. What's your take on that?
A male child being molested, you know. When we talk about male child being abused and being molested, you know, this is a very good topic, you know. Talking about a male child being molested, it's talking about the sexual assault, the abuse of a child, of a male child. This is a situation whereby a male child is abused sexually in a situation whereby it doesn't befit those children. A situation actually happened back then when I was in Ibadan. I found out that a male child was actually abused back then at Yemetu, to be precise. This child was actually assaulted by one of their neighbors while the parents were not at home. And this assault and this molestation actually lead to a lot of trauma, which is what on the child actually. And it actually leads to a lot of things: the trauma, the low self-esteem on the child. And molestation has a lot of side effects on male children.
Yeah, so I'll just say that kind of scenario, how were people able to know about that situation? Is it that the child has been complaining before to the mom or to the parents that, mommy, I don't want, because we've heard of several cases like that, where a child will be like, mommy, I don't want to visit this person again, I don't want to go to school, I don't want to do this, not knowing that something is actually wrong. So do you actually think that kind of child has been complaining before then, but the child was ignored?
You see, in this kind of situation, I would say many of our parents actually fail in this regard. The reason why I said they failed is because many parents actually want their child to understand the sign language, but these parents, they want them to understand sign language, but at a situation whereby the children also want their parents to understand a lot of sign languages, that they are trying to pass many vital information to their parents. This kind of situation actually happened through the teacher in school. The teacher in school actually find out that the guy is always moody in class. During break time, the lunch time, the guy is always in class, not going out. You know, as a teacher,
like he's always alone.
Always alone. And it's not that this boy was actually a very jovial boy, a very playful child. But suddenly, the whole thing changed due to the molestation, due to the assault the guy has been receiving at home. And you know, as a teacher, you understand your student. You know them one from one. So the teacher actually moved down to the boy. You know, as a well-trained teacher, he actually talked to the boy. Then the boy was able to come out. He actually told this person, disregard, many of our parents failed. There is a situation whereby a parent should be able to understand every sign language their children are trying to pass across. Some children will tell their parents, I don't want to go to Bro Lagbaja's place.
Yes, I don't want to visit this person.
I don't want to visit this person. I don't want to go there. You tell them to go on holiday and all those things. But this children will say, no, I don't want to go. But his parents will be like, no, it's because it's lazy. It's because something is actually hidden somewhere. But why can't our parent just take a chill pill? Take a deep breath. Just try to find out what is wrong. My son, you see, our parents actually has this, they need to understand one concept. And the concept is, we are in a scientific century. A century whereby our little children can actually undo Android phone and anything,
any kind of smartphone,
gadgets now. And now they need to erase the concept whereby then in the past, their parents actually had this concept of from farm to home and their school. There was not enough technology there. But now there's a lot of civilization. So they need to understand all this concept that the way you were being trained in the past, it's not
different
the way
now.
you train your children now.
All right, so we've also realized that many male children, even female children, but right now we are talking about male children, they've experienced so many things that have caused them so much trauma.
Yeah.
And we are saying that parents shouldn't be ignorant about any of these.
Yeah.
Don't worry, let's go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We were talking about child molestation, and our guest made us realize that so many parents are ignorant about this. Their children will be telling them, "Mommy, I don't want to go to school. Mommy, I don't want to visit this person," but they are not so they are so ignorant that they wouldn't even ask that child that, "Why don't you want to do this?"
Exactly.
Instead, they will just be like, "You have to go. I am going out. You need to do this. You need to do that," without paying so much attention to their children. Okay, so how about bullying in the teenage, should I say in the teenage session now, in schools, where a child will be like, "Mommy, I'm not going to school because my seniors used to beat me, my auntie used to beat me." But those parents, they are always like, "You need to go to school, you must learn," not knowing that that kind of child is going through so much trauma and the child is being bullied in school.
You see, Dunni, it's a very good question you actually asked now. You see, back in you actually took me back to the days in our secondary school days. Back then, there's some of our seniors back then, there's this punishment they give us then. You draw something like a sheep on the board. I don't know if you remember. They draw a sheep on the board.
Did you attend a boarding school?
No, I actually did not. I actually attended a public school. You see, then they draw a car on the board. They told you to actually push this car on the board. How can you actually put a car on the board? And they want you to do it. And automatically, if you don't do it, they actually tell you to go to the cafeteria to get them something. You get them food. If you are not getting them food, automatically you have to carry their bags for the whole week. See that kind of thing? That is bully.
So you experienced that?
I actually experienced that. I actually pushed a car on the board.
You pushed it?
Which was actually automatically impossible. I had to carry the senior's bag for a whole week. So now, talking about at present time, bully is something that is very, very rampant among us. Even go to our institutions, you see people, they bully ladies, guys, and everywhere. And you see, our government need to put a lot of things in place. They need to put a lot of measures that, when these are happening, this is what we should. Don't let them go scot-free. When there's something like a public punishment, it's what I will actually support. When there's a public punishment and somebody that is bullying a neighbor or a colleague of his or a classmate of his,
you're bullying a younger one, you're bullying your mates.
Can you just imagine? Actually, a situation happened back in Lagos. This boy, Sylvester, a boarding school student. Can you just imagine? That boy actually died. You know, I actually started following the story. When I started following the story,
and they said the boy was always complaining at home. "Mommy, I don't want to go to school. Mommy, this is happening."
You see, that is one of those things. Dunni, you see, I was telling you something the other time that our parents actually got a lot of things wrong. They got many things wrong. Parents need to do something. They are the one that need to understand everything about their environment. They are not supposed to focus alone on their jobs to get us feeds, to get us clothes, to get a lot of things. Yes, it is their responsibility, but their responsibility also is to cater for us. They have to cater for us. They have to know our well-being. Now, a child telling their parents, "I don't want to go to this school anymore. I don't want to mingle with these friends again." Why not?
Why not ask that child that what's wrong?
You see,
what is wrong?
Our parents actually have some problem. I actually faced the same thing with my parents. This issue was that my parents, anytime you tell them something about yourself, anytime you offend them, they use that thing to abuse you. Automatically.
They say, "Can't you see your mate?"
So all those kind of things, comparison, would actually draw our children back away from us. We need to be their friends. When you are a friend to them, they will be able to enjoy all those things, and they will be able to reduce bully, molestation, and other things in our society.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Oladejo, our guest, Mr. Olaniyi Oladejo.
Thank you very much.
Our guest. Thank you so much. You have made us realize that parents don't need to be ignorant of whatever their children are telling them. "Mommy, I don't want to do this." Please pay attention to your child. Not even just attention. Pay close attention to your child. Know what they are facing. Know what the issue is exactly. At times, if you need to follow them to wherever they are going, you need to go there at least. All right, so My Gender, My Pride is open for sponsorship and for advert placement. You can call the number on this screen. You can call the number on the screen, and don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms at DMET Media, on Facebook at DMET Media, on Instagram, and at DMET TV on YouTube. Stay tuned. By next week, we'll be discussing another wonderful topic. You can't wait. All right, thank you very much for being with us. See you next week. Thank you so much, Mr. Olaniyi Oladejo.
It's a pleasure being on the show today. It's actually a great privilege.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, so we would like to know what the street is saying about child molestation, child abuse. Stay tuned.